Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I got to put my book down here. Happy New Year, man. I hope your new year. I hope you have a great 2026. Just trying to get everything in order here for a second. I make sure. I'm not sure if everybody is on. Yep. Okay. Refresh. Everybody's on. Happy New Year. Let's see. Fantastic. Fantastic. I had an well. It's funny you have different types of work, right? You have your work at home, which is not really work. It's call it your privilege and duty, I guess. It's how different people want to see it. But I do have a wish for you guys. Let me see. Overhead. OVERHEAD. Overhead view. Okay. All right. So I have a vertical view on this side, and we have an overhead setup here. Okay. And where's my other stuff? I'm going to do a quick video today, but this is what my wish is for you guys: that you be fruitful and multiply. Is that cool? And what that means is, obviously, if you're religious, you can take that way. But if it's just about your everyday stuff, be fruitful and multiply your dollars, multiply your happiness, multiply. Hopefully you don't multiply your pain. We don't want that. But if what you're into require that you make mistakes, well, make them as fast as you can so you can level up and succeed. So that's my wish. That's my positive wish for everyone. Be fruitful and multiply in 2026. Okay. So I have a few things I might want to take a look at to see if I can answer some questions. So let me take a look at. Let's see if I can find it here. I should be able to find it. Just going to kind of use my tablet here to see if I have any questions I tried my best yesterday to answer all the questions that people had that was coming in. And anything that I can't answer, I try to put on the video, okay, and see if I can do it that way. All right, and try to keep it as simple as possible. Sometimes it's very easy to just explain it rather than try to type it out and how many characters and all that stuff. Okay. All right. So someone wanted to know how to get to the motor for a crosswave, and I already have that video made already. So if you have a crosswave thing, my sweater shrunk, guys. I'm so upset right now, and you see me keep doing this, but I like the sweater, so I wore it, and I knew that it was going to be a problem for me. And every time I buy sweaters, my house, I'm not going to say who, right? I'm looking for my gloves. I'm not going to say who, but somebody shrink my sweater, and now I'm stuck. So, and I hate doing this to it because then what it does, it'll stretch it out, and then but it looks better if you kind of do it like that rather than just having the short hands. But man, damn, sweater. All right, so this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go through taking this head off, but and I'm gonna look at a rainbow head to see what's causing it to burn. So if you want to hang out, if you have a shark and you want to check out the shark, you want to see what's going on with it, stick around. And then afterwards, if the chat's busy, we can kind of dive in and get into some things with the chat, because sometimes these guys have some really interesting takes on things other than vacuums. Okay, but I do have a take, man. I have something I've been thinking about, and I'm just wondering if other people think the same way I do about this particular matter, especially in this brand new year. All right, here we go. First things first. Let's look at the shark. So let's say you want to take a shark apart, the head. Sometimes a lot of these sharks can be a little tricky. Let me give the overhead view because that's what I have. Two links, guys. One link, if you're watching in the vertical, I've put in the comment section here, let me pin it to the top, that there's a pin message here, that there's an overhead view for this. Okay, let me see here. Because some people probably want to see it close up, and the vertical is kind of far away. So, bam, there you go, overhead view. Let me see. Can I get even closer? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Boom, closer. So yeah. Hold on. Refresh. I tell you this: if it's not one thing, it's another when it comes to these streaming softwares, man. Sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. I'll be honest with you. And it says I have no current live stream. Excellent. I see it though. It looks like it says excellent, but down here it says no live stream. All right. If anybody is on this vertical side, and you check that link for me, if you can, I'll appreciate it, and let me know if we have a feed on the overhead, because it's giving me mixed signals here. All right, here we go. Let's take this off. But yeah, man, welcome to 2026. All right, I am going to be traveling, so I may shoot a video tomorrow in New York City, a little quick visit and back. So we'll see about that. Okay, but other than that, then I'll be back next week. All right, so now a lot of these you're going to need a Torx screw, the security ones. The Torx screw is the ones where it has the little circle, little hole right in the middle. Okay, and it can be frustrating because most of the regular hardware stores, they only sell the traditional Torx screws, right? This is a T15. I believe this is supposed to be a T15. You have T7, T8, T9, and et cetera, T20, 25, 27, 30. You can go all the way up. But most of the sharks are going to use T15. Some sharks do use a Phillip. All right, so keep that in mind also. And then some of them would have Phillip on the outskirts. But the moment you go into like the midsection, the ones with the flap that opens up here in the middle, then it turns into like a T15 or something like that. Then you're also going to need a flathead, because some sharks, you will need to remove these wheels here. And they can be a pain in the the arse. All right. And so let's go at it. And let's kind of give you a kind of a walkthrough of how to get into this head. And see, let me just double check, because I believe I did say it was a T15, right? Yep. And just make sure there's no wiggle room when you put these sharks together. Because if you have wiggle room, what's going to happen is that it will, let me see. Double up, man. God, I tell you, you're trying to do 10 things at one time. And it can be the undoing if you multitask too much sometimes. Let me see. Okay. Shrink. Give me a second, man. I just want to make sure I'm all set here. I don't want to. Beautiful. All right. And his computers, man. I sound like one of them old people. You damn computers! It's just once in a while, man. It's just like, yo, just keep it simple, stupid. All right, I think I'm all set now. I think that's the overhead. That's the break. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. So let's take these things off. All right, and this is what seemed to hide from a lot of folks when they do these. Is screws will hide under these little areas here. Okay, and before you know it, you took a lot of screws out, and you still can't get that last one. You don't know what the hell. Like, what is going on, right? Okay, this one is already out. Now, on the sharks, you're gonna have two screws here, and a lot of the uprights, not all of them, but some of them. they're held together with screws, these wheels. So you don't need to remove these, unless, of course, you want to change the wheel. Okay, so these two are not necessary. Okay, these two are not necessary. All right, and then you took all the screws out, you think everything is fine, and you're trying to take this thing off, right? If you're not careful, you can literally rip the thing apart, you can break it. So what you then have to do is go in here. Now, again, not all of them. If you notice that there's a screw here, the likelihood is that this one is clear, okay? If there's a screw here, there's probably not one here, okay? And if you don't have one here, most likely there's one here. Is that a good way to look at it? Okay, let's get this out. All right. If you have one of those little magnet stuff, it's probably good to have one. I have one here, but it's filled with a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so I'm not. How's this? I'm not about to add it to this. It already has this. It's gonna get lost in the sauce. All right. So now, get this one up. Okay, and then voila, here we go. We are fantastic. So I wasn't like in my little strip mall here. Ordinarily, I probably would have done this show at the home studio on the first, but yesterday to go watch my son run, and because of, when we put these videos up, you get monetized and all that stuff, and then I'm recording it, and there's a lot of music in the background. They're motivating the runners, so you get like a text midnight, hey, this video cannot be monetized. It got music in the background, so I haven't figured out how to take out that background music without taking out my commentary on the race. So I guess it will be no problem. That's what it is. I didn't never took it out. That's good. But it was a fun race, and came in third place. I mean, and honestly, they weren't running to. It wasn't a race to see who come in first. The guys who were testing themselves, that were trying to win, it's because they're probably on a running team or something like that. Everyone else was really just walking, jogging, just for the experience, just to support the cause and different things like that. All right. Okay, so I got access to the head. So what you're looking at here, guys, is hold on. Put this here. See, it's like a little motor. All of these little things like this, you see this groove right here? All of these things have something to do with how it fits, okay? Because you can end up putting it in wrong, and then all of a sudden the stuff is not closing right, okay? Which is a nuisance, right? Pain in the butt, okay? So, so just make sure that your wiring goes through the same little corridor you see right here. All right. And if for some reason, I've seen cleaners where the wiring is like draped over this, right? And there's no cutout. I would recommend, if it's not under warranty, of course, that if you see like a ledge like this here, and there's no cutout for your wiring, then probably just create one. So you can just wedge it like right in there, out of the way, because the moment it closes down, you can kind of, and sometimes you'll see the wires pinched. So you can tell it's squeezing against something, right? So, yeah, where's my gloves? My gloves. I had a whole box of gloves here, and hands get all dry and everything, and then I'm touching the dirt. And sometimes if you're not careful, you have a tendency to touch your face. I'm trying to find my gloves, guys. At first I couldn't find it, and I was like, I'm okay, I don't need it. And then I said, damn, look at my hands, man. Golly. All right. I'm not. One more look. Hold on. I'm looking one more time. I know I'm down here below. People are gonna come on and say, I don't see anybody. I hear somebody talking. All right, screw it. For science, I'm gonna have my ashy hands for science. Okay, you guys. Lucky I care about people gaining this information. Let me put my hands out there like that. Okay, so look, it's something you're going to learn about people of my complexion. We value our hands and our elbows not being too ashy because it shows. So you grow up with that in your head, you know. Yeah, look at my hand. Oh, man, look at my hands. I gotta make sure my hands got a little because it shows. You know, you can see me etching, right? You know where I'm going, right? I'm looking to see if I have some over I can put on my hands. All right. Let me get this out of my head. Anyway, I'm done with that. Okay, so let's get a little brush. I want to kind of dust away some of the stuff I'm seeing here because we have our circuit board. Now, this little green light indicator here is going to let you know that you have action, you have electricity coming out to this head, okay? And if it's not, the green light won't come on, okay? And some of you did. Now, some of you have noticed that the brush is not turning, the green light's not on. Well, the first thing you check is to make sure that your power, let me put this over here. Make sure that your power brush is set. Now, the other ones will either have it in the handle, right? Or it will have it here where it has a button for the power brush and a button for the regular power. You can turn it off. So just make sure that, before you say, hey, man, my brush is not turning, what's going on? Make sure it's set to brush. This particular one has 0, 1, and 2. And 2 will send power to the brush, okay? That's how this one works, okay? And now, I'm going to tell you what will happen if something is broken down here, okay? The other day, I had to switch out a micro switch. And the micro switch, hold on. The micro switch was the problem, right? We had no power. The head wasn't even turning. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on, right? So let me show you something. So the first thing I'm turning on is this. Now, if you can see it, you probably can't, but I'm hoping you can. Right here. Now, the light is not on because I didn't send power down here yet. I'm about to send power down. It should be a green light. Can you see it? I'm gonna put something black behind it. Maybe that shadow would help you see it. All right. Okay. Now, I'm gonna turn it on again. I'm gonna give power to this, but I'm gonna press a little button here. Okay. And if this is working the way it should, the green light will turn off and this brush will stop. Okay. Watch. See that? I'm gonna let it go. All right. Now the reason for that is that this little micro switch right here, when you put it in the upright position, it trips the micro switch. A little clever design. These guys know what they're doing, right? Very simple. It's a simple notch on this thing right here. Okay, and you turn it and clip, and it shuts the power off. And really, all it's doing is it's being a traffic stoplight type of guy, It's just telling the electricity to pause. All right? Hold on. Stop right there. Don't go any further. Okay? All right? I'm letting the pedestrians through. That kind of thing. And so that's what that micro switch does. Now, sometimes that micro switch will get locked open. So it doesn't click anymore. And the way you can test it is you just kind of click, 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 and see if it actually there's a reaction. Hey, Mr. Bike Boy, what's up? Mr. Bike Boy, man, honestly, I just keep messing around with them, man. I had a Bissell Hydro Steam last week. I'm just like exploring it, and I learned something new about the hydro steam. So that's kind of what I do with some of these. Unfortunately, when you're fixing the machines, you don't want to experiment on the customer's machine because you might break it on the way. So I probably had a few of those. But thanks for passing through, man. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, let's keep rocking and rolling. A lot of the times, hair will find its way into these things. And if the hair seizes up this brush, okay, it'll stop the brush from moving, obviously. You may snap your belt, but then you also throw off the signal here, because this signal is also saying that I know that this motor is still functioning. So sometimes it's not even that the micro switch is actually broken, right? It could just be that the motor is not even doing what it's supposed to be doing, or the motor is seized up or something like that. So when you're messing with these heads at home and you're just trying to find out what's going on, the most common problem, before I move on from here, is going to be the brush being an issue. Okay, so you look how simple you can do these things, right? You take this off, you can pop this right out. You see that? Okay, you can pop them out, and if the whole thing come out like this, you just have to just kind of wiggle your way, because it's just a rod on the inside, and you just want to get it right in the middle again, and then get it up. It's like threading a needle. You see that? Okay, and this stuff comes right off, and you can take the hair out of here, and then you're good to go, and put it back in. Okay. Now, last thing on the brush. If you have a brush, and if you any brush at all, any vacuum brush at all, if you can do this to it, then your brush is the ends are good. You have to be able to flick it, and it kind of spins. If it can't spin, then that brush is the cause of the problem. The brush is causing the belt to break. And sometimes guys put on multiple belts, and then it keeps breaking. And it's like, God, man, what the hell, right? It just keeps popping, all right? So that's kind of the way this thing goes, all right? See that? Good. All right. I'm making some progress here, guys. All right. These kind of things are not as exciting, you know. It's not like we're talking about video games or something. You know, we're not doing an expose on daycare centers, right? But it is a knowledge base that someone's going to need at some point. So I put them out there, and eventually people will find them, and it will educate someone in the time of need. Okay, and that's kind of how most of my videos work. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. All right. So now that we're going to put these things back, okay, you just want to make sure that nothing is out of whack. Make sure your little tubes are on the sides or tucked in. That means you can just put it down. You should be able to. Let me take this body off because it's a pain in the butt. And that's another thing too. When you're working on them, it's always best to just take the whole thing like this. And so all you have to work with is this head. This is going to be in your way. It's going to frustrate you and all that good stuff, all right? And while you're in here, you know, clean out your nozzle. It doesn't hurt to have a nice clean machine, man. It kind of motivates you. A little pink stuff. I bought this a couple of weeks back. These things actually work pretty good. It motivates you to look after your machine. And I think if you practice cleaning your vacuums, you tend to find any flaws before it becomes a problem. But if you just vacuum and throw it in the closet, hey, Happy New Year, man, Sabbath. If you just vacuum and toss it in the closet, what's going to happen is you're not going to see the problem. Okay? And by the time you notice it, it's too late. You broke something. So just it's a simple gesture. Just clean your vacuums once in a while. And man, you'd be surprised, man. Check on your brush once in a while. You know what I mean? And that goes for anything. Shit, that goes for anything that you have. You know, even game consoles. You know, just because look, your game console can be in the corner, and you have to think about what especially today, all you're dealing with is your remote every day, right? Like, trust me, I see my kids. Let's assume this is a remote. Every day, all you're dealing with is your remote. You can even turn the damn thing off with your remote, right? So you never look at your game console like, is it getting dust in the back? You know, is it getting too hot? You know, you're not seeing those things. So you're just like this every day. right? Or my son, he likes the computer. I watch his fingers like go crazy. He's playing Overwatch and then Rivals or something like that, and the damn screen is going like super fast. I'm like, dude, slow down, man. What the hell? Hey, Cheryl. So because of this, you tend not to even pay attention to the other part. Okay, so if you know you're not the kind of person to do it, then ask someone, hey man, can you do me a favor? Can you check my stuff for me? That's all, because you want to avoid this stuff. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, next up. Hey, everyone that's passing through, man, just hit a quick like on the video. I appreciate it. I'm what you call a micro channel. Okay. And eventually I'm gonna go from micron to like a full particle. And then I'll get from a particle to a good structure, you know, then I'll be a bigger channel. It happens over time. All right. Some guys go viral, but this is basic stuff, maintenance. It's not viral content, but I appreciate anyone that passes through. If you can, hit a like on the channel. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put this back. I'm making sure everything is in its place, right? Okay, and just kind of sit this bad boy on here. Snug like a bug in a rug. Okay. All right. Just kind of check everything is sealed up. Sealed up. Yeah. Now, if you feel any resistance, don't put any screws in it. If you feel any resistance at all, if let's say one side is a little bit higher than the other, somebody is getting crushed in here. So just take it off and do it again. That's a good rule of thumb, man. I've made that mistake many times, and I'm like, golly, why? What the hell? Shit. Why is it not, you know, and you're doing all this, and you're like, and you say, okay, let me just hold it down and put the screw in real quick. And then you forced it and you broke something and don't even realize you broke it. So be patient. Okay, cool. Is that positive? So that's positive, Wayne. That's positive. So this year, guys, my New Year's resolution for you guys, if I can give you one, be fruitful and multiply. Okay? All right. Whatever it is you do, whatever business you're in, whatever venture you're in, bear a lot of fruits. Multiply your dollars. Multiply your happiness. Multiply. Do more of it. Get more positive. And like I said earlier, if your business or whatever you're into require you to make mistakes in order for you to get better, make your mistakes early and often, so you can level up and get past that point. All right. Trust me, man. I know a lot about mistakes, and that's how Mr. Bike Boy asked me, how do I get good at this? I made a ton of mistakes along the way, and I made them real fast, and I got real good real fast. Okay, and that's it. That's it, man. I tell you, one of the biggest things that stop people from fixing machines like these is afraid that you're gonna break it, and I get that, and I don't blame anyone for saying screw this shit. I'm not gonna mess with it. Oh shit! I didn't even explain what I did there. I used a flathead screwdriver, okay, and I just popped both sides in, pop, pop. Then the same here, pop, pop, and it went in, okay, and that's that. And here you go, guys. This is done. All right, so now let's move on. I got a new rainbow head. I haven't messed with this one yet. This is the first. So to go along with hold on, wait a second. I'm missing a screw, guys. That always happens, doesn't it? There's always one screw, bro. There's always one screw. All right? There's always one screw that you just forget. There's always a screw left. All the dads know what I'm talking about. Right? Dads are supposed to know how to fix everything, right? And you're like, yeah, man, I got this, man, I got this. And it's like, Dad, you gonna follow the instruction manual? No, this is simple, man. I got this, I got this. And then there's one screw left. He just put it in his pocket. Oh my God. There's always one screw left. All right. And my friends back in school, if I made a comment like that, there's always one screw left. The next guy next to me would say, yeah, that's what she said. You know, it's just guy jokes. They get stupid. All right. So it seems like our society nowadays we don't know we can't seem to have a sense of humor for stuff like that. Um, if some people had their way, we would have no humor at all because you can't make fun of anybody. All right. So I'm going to take this hair out. Okay. And I'm just going to pop this off. If you notice, it's kind of the same premise as a shark. You know, you just pop these little things in and out. Okay. Hey, I tell you this: if your household have a lot of hair, you need to do this often. Okay. Whether it's pet hair, human hair, you know, make it a point to just look onto this thing a lot. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's see what we got now. Most so we call these rainbows should be the same setup. I don't expect anything too different from this one. All right. There used to be a thing here that we would turn like this, and you can lock it in. I don't see it here, so let's assume that it's not needed. And then normally you would squeeze this and then pull this whole part off. So let's see if it's still the same. All right. But before I do that, let me get this stuff out of here. Let's get all this stuff out of here. What do you say? Damn. It's funny how much dust accumulates in these things, man. Areas that you wouldn't even think is like necessary. Like why, right? Let me see. All right, guys. Let me do it. Okay, seems simple enough. Okay, I'm getting some resistance on this side. Hold on. This came up no problem. I don't want to break it, so that's why I'm kind of slowing down. Huh. There's some resistance over here. It might be nothing. It might just be gunk that's causing it to feel stuck, but it might be something, all right? Give me a second. I was telling, what's this? Especially, you don't want to practice on people's machines because you could break it and then you're stuck and then you have to buy the whole damn thing, right? So what you do is you take your time and you just, just poke around and see what could be. Huh. Well, let me try it this way. Okay. Ah! Okay. Damn. Okay. Coño. Will you look at this? See, that's why I really want to have my gloves. I'm with my gloves. Who moved my gloves? Move my gloves. Gosh. All right, let me keep moving. All right. For science, folks. Okay. Let me get a needle nose pliers. Now look at this. Whatever this is, it's a whole bunch of it. It's a whole bunch of it. Whatever it is, it's a lot. It's thick. Look at that layer. That's thicker than those pan pizza. Okay? But that's all right, man. That's what I'm here for, right? So let me get my garbage can. All right. And let's, hold on. Let me do this because at least you got to see what it looked like. All right. Look at this. This is all a big, thick hair and dirt mixture right here. I never knew Mr. Clean Bomb mess with the That's what's up, man. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the humor I'm talking about, Mr. Exceptionally Bashy. That's it, man. So what he said, and for those of you who didn't see it, because we have two streams, we have a vertical stream and a overhead stream. What he said was, and that's Exceptionally Bashy. He says, I never knew Mr. Clean's mom messed with a brother. Boom, boom. Come on, man. That was clever. But anyway, I have to screenshot that one. But yeah, it looks like 30-year-old. Sabbath says, looks like a 30-year-old grime. That's like not even that old. Exactly. It's like, I don't know. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they vacuumed up moisture like pee. You know what I mean? Instead of using a shampooer, but it's possible, and maybe it's just water by accident, But a lot of times, man, I've seen these machines come in here. A lot of times it's pee. Okay, they didn't wait long enough, and they, yeah. Anyway, this is going in the trash. All right, let's get the other side. And there you go for the other side. All right. Dude, I'm going to remember that all day. All right. Oh, shite. You know what's funny? I've had guys come on here, right? Hey, I know, you're right. The gloves. Oh, is that? Oh, shoot. Ethan, what's up, man? No, I couldn't find my gloves. I couldn't miss, Sir Boots. I couldn't find my gloves. So I am doing it without gloves. That's why I'm using this little thing here to do my work. Okay. So I had a whole box of gloves, and I'm doing this for science now, Ethan. I'm sacrificing myself for science. But I will not touch my face. Got it? All right, let's move on. And I will thoroughly wash my hands after I'm done. The gloves I use are Venom steel gloves. Those to me are the best ones. And I had a whole box. Coño! I had a whole box of gloves that I can't find right now. You know what? Hold on. Golly, I have half a glove. Hold on. I got a half a glove. Gosh, man. Hold on. All right, I got mismatched gloves. Okay, let me go do this. Let me go do this the right way. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna dry them, and then I'm gonna stick my clean hands in the gloves. Un momento, por favor. Okay, all right. And maybe Mr. Clean could come up with another joke for us. All right, guys, I'm back. I have to do one of the little quickie washies with the soap because I can't let the channel just be so dead for so long. Can't just be passing through. Okay. You're right. It's good for the immune system. You're right. Just don't put your hand in your mouth or on your face. You know what I mean? You know how people like to thinking, and then all of a sudden you got all this crap on your face. But I agree with you with that. And it's so funny how sometimes we try to be so sterile that we make ourselves weak to germs. I mean, is that something? I am definitely one who believes in allow your body to heal, man. All right? But I do know I have a tendency to do this. And that's the part, that I really don't want to do. All right, here we go. I got mismatched gloves today. Oh shoot, man! Look at that. I got my other magnet thing. Okay, now we're gonna move this to the side. Let's find out what's happening because something is causing this to burn, and I'm trying to find out what's going on. There's a smell, right? I'm thinking this here, man. I'm thinking this here has something to do with it, but I want to get into this motor, and then I want to power it on, and I want to see what's happening. Okay. All right, so let's go. Let's get rid of the rest of this stuff. Okay. You might have to do it here. Now this use a geared, not a groove belt. I'm just gonna pry this out of here a little bit. Slide this off. And when you have groove belt like these, you shouldn't expect a lot of belts breaking. Okay. You shouldn't expect that. These belts shouldn't be breaking often. All this crap. And again, like I said, guys, if you don't check your machine often, you're not gonna find this kind of stuff building up. Okay, it'll just surprise you every time, and you don't want that if you can help it. All right. I don't really see anything other than that crud. I don't see anything else out of the ordinary here. All right. Just picking this stuff out of here, guys. Okay. Now, if you notice, this thing is real simple. This is a good thing for me to mention. If somebody had to change one of these, there's a little groove right here. Okay. Right in this little section right here. That this here. They don't even try to make it like glue it on. It just slides in and out, which is, I guess, good for service. But I don't know. It just seems so. I don't know. You know, that's not a thing, Wayne. Okay, let's get this off of here, right? Okay. I need a blade. If I don't have a blade, I'm just gonna force it off. Just pull it. All right. I noticed that Rainbow has a metal brush now. They went from wood to metal. Interesting. You know, that's a good sign, though. The reason I say that's a good sign, you know how we keep talking about how things are being made worse as we get, like the stuff is being very disposable. For the Rainbow company, this is actually going backwards, not in a negative way, but a lot of vacuums were made with metal brushes in the past, and they opt for plastic brushes. Man, if you guys saw what happened to this plastic brush I was working on the other day, this thing almost evaporated. I don't know what happened to this damn thing, and I mean, when I said evaporated, it's like if everything just melted. Look at all this. Gosh. Everything just melted, man. I was like, wow. This brush is destroyed. Okay? Let me see. Can I see it? Man, I would love for you guys to see what I'm talking about, man. Oh my God. I'm risking the quiet thing just so you can see this brush. You gotta see it. This thing surprised the hell out of me. Hold on. I'm running through my shop right now, guys, just so you can see this brush. You gotta see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Come on. This brush was absolutely, it was destroyed. Where the hell is the brush? Damn it. I did it all for nothing. I couldn't find it. Anyway, the part where the belt goes, the whole thing just melted. It just evaporated. And it was just like a little, you know, like when you have meat and then you see like the bone. So this is good for Rainbow to do. I would give them credit for this. I'm gonna give them prop for this, for putting a metal brush rather than going plastic, because they went from, what the guys did, they went from metal to wood, and then from wood to plastic. And the plastic brushes, they melt, man. They can't withstand the RPMs. Okay, and then when hair and like carpet fibers get all in here. Then it melts the plastic because of the heat. These guys decided, not only are we going to go with metal brush, and I'm not even down with rainbow like that. I'll be honest with you. So I don't mind giving props, man, for real when they earned it. They went with a groove belt, which is harder to break, okay, instead of the regular rubber belt. And then they still give you an extra belt here. That's what this is right here. Okay. So props to Rainbow for that, but dude, the machine's like $3,000. So you better. I mean, it's like a $3,000 vacuum, right? But that was a smart move. They separated themselves a little bit further from everybody else. Damn. Here we go. Look at this. Golly. So this, it's likely that this has something to do with something. How's that? Is that fair to say? Okay. All right. So that's what we have here. All right. Next up, I gotta look inside the motor cavity. I want to see what's happening inside the motor cavity. So this part is out the way. The belt seem to be fine. I don't see any burn on the belt. Examine, right? Okay, good. Let's move on. All right. So let's move on. All right, there are 2 screws in here. Phillips. We're going to go and inspect that and see what the deal is. All right. So first one's out. Okay. Now, sometimes, guys, some of these vacuums will have a screw hidden underneath this, and if you remove this, they know that you mess with it. Okay, so right now it seems odd to only have 3 screws, one here, one here, one here, right? It seemed like you should have one here. Would you agree? Okay, so we're gonna try to take it off and see if there's a resistance on this side. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, let me first gather my screws. Let's see if it comes right out. Well, look at that. It came right out. The reason I'm doing this is because this seemed to be really attached to this thing, and I just want to make sure that I'm not going to yank anything out. That's why I was just kind of shite. What the hell was that? What was that? Oh, shoot. Yes. Now, they don't look broken. They look like they're exactly the same size. Okay? They don't look broken. That was a surprise. I'm going to have to figure out how this go back together. That was a surprise, folks. I did not expect that to happen. So I'm going to leave this right here. And we're going to have to figure out where these 2 go. All right, look at this. Okay. Golly. Now, this is something they can improve on. You shouldn't have this much here getting into your motor compartment where your carbon brushes and all that stuff is firing off. And little sparks are happening in this motor area. This much debris should not be able to just get all up in your motor. That's what I think. But that's my amateur opinion, right? But I don't think all of this stuff is good to have near your motor. Okay, you ever heard of like people have dryers and they have fires in their dryers and stuff like that. Because a lot of the lint gets backed up and they'll have a fire in the dryer. That's my visual of stuff like this. Maybe not happen. It may not happen, but why take the risk? Okay, so a better seal, I think, should be explored. If I worked at the Rainbow company, Mr. Rainbow engineer guy, you should probably find a way to seal the dirt from getting inside the nozzle area. I would say, but I'm definitely giving you props for that brush. But I'm gonna have to call you out on this part here, okay? Just like they called me out on the gloves. you know, there's always room for improvement, right? Yeah. There's probably too much of this dust. This is too much. Let me do this. Let me see if I can, let's take this out of here. Let's see if we can look underneath. Okay, damn, I was just talking about this in the last video, not the last part of the video. Okay, can any, let me see if you can see this. Okay, I'm gonna do this camera first. I'm gonna do that 1 second. You see that little pinch right here? You see that? That's what I was talking about when I said be careful when you close this thing down, because you can pinch the wiring. Okay, this wiring here can get pinched, and it can just literally cut off the flow, or you can sever it. It looks like it was supposed to go down here, okay, but it was sitting on this piece right here. Okay, so that's what I was referring to before. Look at that, it's pinched on both sides. Look at that, it's pinched on both sides of this. Oh, you can't see it. It's pinched on both sides. That's not good. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's take this off. Okay. Okay. Come on, baby. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. I'm gonna put up a Family Feud question. My mom is in town, and she really got me. She got me watching Family Feud with her, and I started wondering about Family Feud. Like, let me see if I can get a Family Feud question here for you guys, and I'm gonna continue on my thing. Okay. Give me a second. That's what we got. We like that Family Feud. Brienne! Oh, see, Brienne, you came just in time. Brienne came just in time. Oh, top 5. All right. Okay, and this would be a good one. I got to be able to post this. Golly, man. How do I write? Let me write this. Name something parents say is for your own good, but kids don't believe. All right, Brian. Oh, you had a meeting? Oh, hey, listen, I'm glad you're here. So, name something that parents say is for your own good, but kids don't believe. That's my Family Feud question. All right. Name something that parents say is for your own good, but kids don't believe. All right. I like that one. Curfew. All right. So Brienne says curfew. Yes. 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 Yes, I believe that. I believe that. I think curfew is a good answer. What's another one? What's another one? I'll be honest with you. Less screen time on the games. There is a positive to the gameplay, and there's a positive to the eye-hand coordination. There's a positive to to multitasking and being able to kind of, rapid fire response. But 5 hours, there's a decline that's going to happen as a result of that. Okay. Yeah. You would probably want to use your time. Imagine 5 hours a day sitting at a computer. You multiply. It goes into years. And you just spend years clicking, and not actually, talking to people, building things, drawing things, writing stories, expanding your brain. It's just flashes in your eyes. I think there's something to that people would probably realize that it's probably not good. What do you think? All right. Social media. Mom says social media. Yes. Mom says social media. Social media, I agree. Social media is also, yep. Social media. Punishment for breaking rules. Oh, Brianne, you awesome. Nothing wrong with chopping wood and carrying water. So Sabbath, let me see which stream Sabbath is on. Sabbath, man, I appreciate you hanging out all this time. Sabbath's been hanging with me the whole show, man. I appreciate you. This is Sabbath is on the overhead. Sabbath is watching the overhead view. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sabbath. So yeah, nothing wrong with chopping wood and carrying water. I agree, Sabbath. Nothing wrong with chores. Now I have to say, my son, one of them did a lot of chores growing up, a lot of grass cutting, a lot of dishwashing and stuff. And now that he's visiting from college, man, he act like he forgot what this stuff is. Okay. And then my other son is like, oh, it's always me, always having me do everything. And it's like, dude, trust me, man, this is gonna pay off. This is for your own good, okay? But you can't. The same line doesn't seem to work. But I know he's gonna realize it. You know what I mean? But it's right now, it just seemed like punishment to him. Seem like character building. All of that stuff that doesn't seem to work in his mind, and it just feel like punishment. But yeah, punishment for. Look, Brianne, I'll be honest with you. You'll be surprised, okay? You'll be surprised how many people in our current society eating vegetables. James Bridges says, eating vegetables. Thank you for sharing that one. You'll be surprised how many people shun the idea of punishment, okay? And look, I'm not talking about cruelty. I'm talking about you knowing that, listen, this move here has a penalty, okay? Now you're going to make a decision whether or not you make this move, knowing that this move has a penalty, okay? And if you grow up with the mindset that nothing has a penalty, bro, you're going to make a ton of mistakes when it's going to be very costly, okay? Anyway, I don't want to preach to anybody. I'm just saying, it's just, we're not thinking. And I don't know why some of these parents really seem to push this idea of this like, oh no, this everything. It's like, man, dude, you're gonna bring up a very fragile, weak person that's gonna get ran over. It's like the Spartans. You ever saw 300 and how they had to train? Okay, we don't do that, right? But we have chores. We have homework. We have curfew. So no, we're not going out there and slaying dragons and, well, not dragons. We're not slaying, lions and all that stuff. We're not fighting with swords. But we are preparing for the harshness of the actual real world. So you can either bring someone who can handle a little bit of, setback, handle work, or you can raise someone and that is so fragile that, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to actually have me show up on time for work. Anyway, I'm done with that. Sorry about the preaching, but it's it baffles me that they think it's cruel, like you're a demon. How do you took it from him? Why'd you take his phone? It's like, cuz he was doing things with his phone he wasn't supposed to do. Anyway, but I like the chopping wood and carrying water, man. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, oh wow, guys, I have this lady coming in here. Give me a second, guys and gals. This lady happened to be a regular from way back in the day. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Well, that's good to hear.
I want you to know this is the first time in my life I have ever left home on a New Year's Day.
Well, you know what? I probably, it's possible this is the first time I've worked on New Year's Day. How's that one? So, hey, we have something in common.
Yes. I thought, well, maybe you're going to get to go on a vacation for next week.
Give me 1 second. My guys, I'm going to put on a little hold music here. Give me a second there.
Sure, take your time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get this rocking and rolling here. Hey, we're going to put on some country music. All right. Let me show you what we have cooking with that one, okay? Okay. All right, so now, here's your baby here.
Oh, okay.
All right, if you hit this nice power button here. Hit this power button here. All right, it's doing the job. But guess what I ended up having to do? The problem.
You said it's a common problem.
You need this.
Oh, I need you to use one of those.
It wasn't given to me.
Oh.
What you do is this. Right? You take this off.
Yeah.
You snap it in and plug
Oh.
it. Because I went through, I took everything up. All right, I'm taking that. Oh, no. All right, I'm doing all that stuff. And then I said, you know what, let me.
That's bad.
And this is a brand new charger.
Oh.
So I said, you know, it's already. It's still fine.
So I can buy it from
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Well,
but-
that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. But I took care of it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, have you heard of anybody dying? I saw at a church, the flag where it had masks. And I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
sure anybody died. So I was like,
Which one in town?
no, it was out
200. Now, you know what's good about this here, that part, they don't make it anymore.
They don't.
I had to listen online. And, you know, I think
Because it's so old.
well, what it is that a lot of parts are becoming obsolete soon. So you can have a machine that's a year old, and you can't find parts.
You don't mean it.
No, I
Oh, I
definitely
would
mean it.
hate to buy a machine like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the situation. I'm sorry, 1 second. I'll go back to that. Oh no, yeah, no problem. No, I'll be here till 2 o'clock. No, I'll hang on to it. Yes, those hours. Yeah, but that's still go back and forth to Maryland?
Left there, had moved out of there,
Oh, yeah?
and we just live in Unionville now.
Ah,
And we're
good.
going back and forth up to the mountains, but,
Mountains.
we bought a house for 3 boys for their college. And then we kept it, so they graduated instead of having debt at the end of their college. They had a house.
Oh, that's positive. That's all right.
They still have it, but they, you know, they get rent out of it.
Oh, okay. That's lovely.
Yeah, think about that when you're going to college.
That's right. Well, yeah,
But
we
they
think about
might
that all
not
the
go
time.
together. They're probably unusual that 3 boys went to the same college.
Yes, that's true. You know what? Our minimum is normally this right here. I'm just gonna use it. Okay. All right, and because these are normally. So, like I said, I already had it. Use your right here. And yeah, no problem. That's how we're over here. And that's it. All right, now I'm gonna print you one of these, and you're good to go. Okay. I'll do that. Which college did you go to?
Western Carolina.
Oh, Western Carolina.
Cherokee.
Okay.
Cherokee.
Yeah. Okay. Why is it so loud? That's good. They all study different like totally different things.
They did.
Okay.
And one funny thing that's sharing the house, you know, is David, the youngest, was kind of the cook. And so I'm standing by my bed. I made that around my neck. Hospital bed up in Charlotte.
Right.
And David calls and wants to know how to make biscuits.
That's lovely. You must have the best biscuit recipe then.
They grew up.
Yes, that'll be great.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. You take care. All right, guys. All right. Listen, thanks for your patience, everybody. Damn, I didn't realize that music was loud like that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that lady's been coming here since I first opened up, man. That was so cool. So, son's calling back for biscuits. Hey, hope everyone is having a wonderful and positive start to the new year. Thank you for coming in and hanging out this morning. Brienne is awesome, girl. Thank you. Brienne, I love how you're holding it down. Thanks a lot. Okay, hard work. Okay, hold on. Hard work and eating right. Sunshine. Wait a second. Somehow these are blending, huh? Oh, that's cool. Hard work. Eating right, sunlight, fresh air, all well required is all we require. I like that. And I guess water comes down to eating right too, right? Water, right? Oh, you have both pulled up. Oh, cool. Brian, you're committed. You are awesome like that. All right. Thank you. I like that. All right, so this is all cleaned up. So, Brian, you may want to. Well, I think you already got you already figured out I'm not saying my words are not coming out right, Brian. You already figured out the shark. So I did that early on in the show. The shark. Let me make sure that I'm not cripping anything. Okay, good. I have one wire going underneath now, and I have the other one now can kind of sit right here and snug. Like a bug in a rug right here. But I did the shark in the first part of the episode, so if you want to kind of zip back over that later on and take a look at it, that'll be cool. And but that's gonna be that. Now, so let me plug this bad boy in, and I'm gonna leave the cover off, and I want to see if I see anything like sparks. Anything like sparks, and I still have to figure out what the hell these two things are for. I don't. Honestly, the only thing I see. No. All right. Wait. Let me see something. No, this don't fit there. This don't fit like that. This don't fit like that. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. They came on both sides. They're both the same shape. How close can I get this to the camera? Maybe you guys can look and see too. I'm gonna turn this around this way. This is a shape. Let me move these out the way. Let me get a white piece of paper. I have some smart people, guys. Just in case you didn't know, I have some real smart folks that hang out with me. And Brianne is one of those really smart people that hang out with me. All right. Okay. Now look at the shape of this. It looks like there are grooves in it. I know it's hard to see from the camera, but this is all I have back here. Okay. And this is what this looks like. Okay. Let me see if I can. I need to see what my camera is showing you, so I can know if I should move it closer. Let me see. I probably need to move it closer. Well, no. See, I'm gonna move this right here. See, the cameras are so far away. Okay. You know what? For the overhead view, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to bring it in close on the overhead, like really close. All right. It's probably gonna be too close, but it's probably the only way I can get the help I need on this one. So the overhead has it. Okay, it's a little closer. All right. Okay, so this is here, right? And there's a notch on the side here. This notch, I'm thinking, kind of flows with this notch here to help it, you know. So I don't think this is for the same thing. I don't think we need this here. I don't think this is where it would go. All right. It just fell out. And like I said, this is the first time I'm messing with this rainbow. It's the first time I'm messing with this rainbow. All right. Let me look at the comments and see. Work hard here. Okay. I have 16 devices. Everything ready. Holy cow. You got 16 devices. You're good. Yeah, so this thing got me a little puzzled. I have to figure out how to put this thing back in. And when you're problem solving, you just have to be patient enough and just kind of try to visualize your way through this stuff. And sometimes there's no perfect way, but you have to do it. It's just what is necessary, right? So this rotates. Okay. You know what? Let me put it on without it. I want to get a feel of what it's like without it real quick. Okay. Okay, and let me close this up. Okay, it's not locking. Okay, this should lock up, and then you should have to force it back. Okay, so that's what I'm noticing. All right. So whatever this is, it's supposed to allow you to. Oh, okay. I think it goes right in here. I think it goes right in here. I think it adds extra pressure to this, and this is a stopper. Okay, So now, okay, so let's do that. Okay, remember when we talked about problem solving, right? We're talking about go back to the base. Base meaning that, let's say, for example, your motor the suction, there's a suction problem, right? And it could be this. It could be, let's say this have a suction problem. The first thing I would do is I'm gonna check with near the motor. I'm gonna go right to the motor to make sure my motor is working and that this thing is not clogged up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go right to what is this supposed to be doing right now? Well, the motor's supposed to turn on, and then from the motor, okay, make sure this is clear. Then I'm gonna move my way up to the tank. What's the next step? The suction goes from the motor and it hits the tank. All right, great. Let me look at the tank. Do I have anything in here that would cause the suction to stop? And then I move to the next thing. So that's kind of the method I use on. So I go to the base. So the base of this thing is, if I put this on, this is supposed to come up and stay up, not fall back. Okay? If that's the case, then these things here are supposed to be in a position that when this goes up, it locks in. And the only place I see that is this little corridor right here. Wait, this little section right here. All right, for the guys up top here. This little section right here is the only place I see that this is supposed to be able to lock in. So I'm going to find a way to fit this in here somehow because that's the only spot. Okay. Now, this might be wrong because it looks kind of lopsided. You see that? So it may be the other way. Can you see what I'm doing? All right. This fits. This fits better. You can't see it. See it right here? That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to slide this here. Now, why they make it so easy to fall out, I don't know. Because the moment you turn it around, you risk it falling out. But it looks snug. Okay? So let's do this. Let's test it again. And now we're going to test out a little theory here. All right. Put it on. And now when I close this, it should hold it in. Boom! There you go. That's it, baby. Oh, that's it. Fantastic. All right. All right. There's something in the bottom. Maybe on the underside. Yep. Brian got it right. Guys, that was it. So this thing looked like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I was supposed to leave it open. Damn it. I was supposed to leave it open. Let's see how this thing runs. Now that we know where this goes, we can safely remove it and don't worry about it. Let me give some power to this head, and I want to see if there's any sparks or anything that's happening here that's not supposed to happen. Okay, so give me a second. Let me get the vacuum head. The new rainbow, I actually like how the rainbow sits. I like how it sits. It has a new setup. If anybody's familiar with the rainbow, right? You have you can unlock it from the side and just lift it up. This setup is different. This is a whole different setup, man. This is a whole different setup. I think this is probably what opens up the bottom. See that? You see how that works? Oh shoot. Let me change that. Let me change that overhead view for a little wider. Hold on. Here you go. Watch this. Okay, so this is the rainbow. Now the old rainbow, you would take the entire body off, and you can take the container out. This one, you press this. This kind of comes back like hydraulics almost. Okay, you slide out your tank. This stays intact here. It looks like little mini hydraulic things. These metal things back. There's a metal thing back here. It kind of goes down like hydraulics, and then you can just put your water, dump your water, push it back in, and then snap it down. Very interesting. What? Hey guys, look. I'm gonna have a whole line here. Let me do this. Let's plug this in. Let's plug this in real quick. Real quick. I don't want to lose you guys. All right. Let's plug it in, and let's turn this thing on, and let's see what we got before we lose anything. Is that a Kirby? Yeah, it's a Kirby. It may be quick, guys. It may be quick. Hey! Happy New Year!
Hey, who that? Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. You doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
No.
Hold on, let me get on that side there
All right.
and get ready to take some information down, right?
Yes, sir.
Kirby,
Ugh.
what'd you do to it?
Oh, no, sir. He's old.
You did. Who messed it up?
He did.
It messed itself.
Is that what happened?
I think it's something to do with the cord. I really, it's been so long, I forgot.
Yeah. All right, let me do this for you then. I'm gonna give you, if you don't mind, I'm gonna give you this. Just put name and phone number. Name what the name is, phone number, what the address is, and I'll check it in. How you doing? What's going on?
To be honest, I just want the right back of that when it goes here.
Okay. All right. Give me a second then, all right? Okay? And I'll look into that. All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. All right. You brought it in good? Were you awake when it happened?
No.
Or you knocked out?
Knocked out.
You're knocked
And
out.
we really need our vacuum cleaner because we got a dog and that dog was,
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
so we need Kirby to come in and suck up all that dog.
I hear you. I hear you. I'll get on it, man. So the power, what is this? Not turning on at all? It's intermittent. Oh, I see it. All right.
You already see
He said, I like how you put that. He said, I think it might be the cord. And then I'm looking at the cord. I'm like, yeah, you think so? You think it might be the cord? Oh,
You think it's
man,
the
hold
cord?
on.
Oh, hell yeah, it's the cord.
All right.
No, you funny.
Yeah. But how's it? I'm gonna give you this. You're gonna have to leave it. Though. You okay leaving it?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. You hold on to this. I'll call you when it's ready. Give me
What's your name?
Wayne.
Wayne, I'm Bill, and this is Ali.
Bill.
Hey,
Ali.
you gonna put your phone number down?
Yeah,
Put your phone
number
number down, bro.
All right. What's the? Okay. Why don't you write it down for me? That'd be good. Just write it down over there.
Yes.
All right. Okay. That looks like. Let me use a model number. Use a model number, and I think I know which one it is already, but model number would be good. Let's see that. It's possible as this one. It's possible as this one, but I'm gonna get the model number from
This is
you.
what I took a picture of. That's the whole thing. That's for us.
And it folds back, right? The top of it? No? Okay. All right, just give me a second. I think this is it though. All set? Ah, look at that. This guy knows what he's doing. All right.
Wayne, what's your cultural background? Just mind me asking.
I'm from Antigua.
Antigua?
West Indies.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Antigua.
All right. Yes, you guys take care.
Thank you, Wayne.
All righty. Okay, so I think this is the one that we're looking for. But let me use this just to be on the safe side so we don't bust it open. If it's not the right one, okay? Actually, it probably tells you back here. Sometimes it does. Bags. Oh. Yep, Kenmore, type ULNO. All right, let me show you where it is, all right? See right here? Kenmore, O, bag. The belt, well, there's no belt. It has a motor. Yeah, so it doesn't use a belt. This is the bag right here. All right, let me get that for you.
What I was gonna say was,
Hmm?
you can vacuum check too?
Yeah. It all depends if it's like, depends. Oh, okay, yeah, something like that, no problem. I mean, if you went to like a kennel, and picked up all the dogs that day, I was like, I don't know, you probably want to do that at the house. But yeah, we do stuff like that. For the bag? Okay, I'll let you know what it is in a second. And it turns on, everything's running, you check that brush?
Yeah.
Okay, good, man.
I need to check the brush.
Yeah, if I was you, I would turn it on, make sure that brush, because if that brush motor goes, that motor itself, the brush, that brush is not around, okay? You can plug it in right there, just double check it, okay?
I can turn it on off the back, right?
Yeah. You're not picking up any dirt. You just want to see how the brush is operating, because it's a little mini motor inside that brush. You got a good deal on it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. They're $12 for a pack. All right. Oh, no, hold on. Sounds like you got a. What do you mean? Let me see something. Turn it on. Now what you want to do is recline it. Hit that little tab right there. And now we just want to get an idea. This is spinning. Okay, you're good. You're all set. 12. All right. You're all set, man. Now it has kind of a shape like this. So what you would have to do at the top of the bag.
No, show me. I'm opening it up.
Okay, good. Yeah, you have to kind of clamp it in. All right. Yeah, you open it up. Sorry. Okay, so now what you would do is put it in, but then, you see this flap? That flap is important, because if that flap's not there, you're gonna have a little tough time, it's gonna keep popping and stuff like that, okay? All right, and that's it, that's really it, it's just the flat part, you just can't forget about. That's it, you're set. All right. That is a good deal, man, those things ran about $300 to $400 for that machine. Okay. All right. Tap here. And there you go. You're all set. Happy New Year, man.
Thank you,
All
bro.
right.
I can't get it.
I can text it if you want.
Yeah, let's text it.
All right. That number there?
Yeah.
Send.
Thank you, bro.
Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
You have a nice one.
You too. All right. I'm doing my little show here. That's why I'm on this side. All right, guys, take care.
You too, bro.
Yeah, the lady looked over here and she's like, what you doing? What you doing over there? Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. This is the last part of the show. We just want to see, well, actually, I had another part of the show, but we'll see. I kind of ran along, so I may not even get into it, but I will, I'll probably I definitely will bring it up later. Okay, the topic I had in mind if I don't cover it today. Okay, let's see if we have sparks. The burning could have been from all that hair and all that debris and all that stuff. I don't see rubber burning, so I don't see any evidence of that.
My bad, my bad.
Yeah, no problem, man.
To clean it, how much would you charge me to clean it?
You know what? It could depend, man. It could be as low as $50-$60.
All right.
But it could be like $119 if it's like
Crazy.
Yeah.
How long would it take?
Day or two. You drop it in to pick up the next day.
I'll bring it back there.
Okay.
I don't got time today. I
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow.
All right.
Have a nice one.
Yeah, man. Okay, guys, let's turn this thing on. All right, I'm gonna squeeze the trigger and we're gonna see what happens. Now, what you guys can't see on your end, you probably, maybe some of you saw it on your other side. There's a spark that happens here, where the commutator and the carbon brushes are in contact with each other. And if the machine is straining, that spark becomes a lot more. And if you have all that debris and hair and carpet fibers and dust and all that stuff stuck inside your motor, that's how you can ignite a little fire or something like that. And let me see. I don't know if I can do it on the other, but okay, you won't. Don't worry about it. But this get what I'm saying. If anyone worked with motors before with carbon brushes, there's a mini spark. But then when the motor strains, then the spark becomes a little bit more noticeable. It's a little bigger, and then that stuff can happen from that. So just be careful if you have one of these or any machine like this. Just go in and keep the dust out of it and stuff like that. All right. Hey Calvin, what's up, dude? I didn't even see you. Good morning. Happy, blessed, prosperous New Year to you and your family and everyone. And man, dude, you are awesome, man. Calvin is never a loss for words. Really positive stuff to say, Calvin. You see, that's the same rainbow I have. Mine is about 5 years old. All right. And the only thing I don't like about the new rainbow XRX model, that they have a bigger water bin and you could put, yeah. But you know what? They don't have, really, the power is really different, Calvin. I have my own little mini critique about the rainbow, but it's more like pet peeve stuff, right? I don't like the water stuff, me personally. I don't like dragging around the water. But because the big sales pitch was about the water filtration, I didn't see why then a HEPA filtration would be necessary, especially when they're brushless, the newer rainbows, meaning that no carbon brushes. And then when I looked at the filter, it was dust coming from the fan compartment. So in my mind, you're selling us that the water is going to trap all the dust, right? That's the sales pitch. But then you have a HEPA filter in the back. Let me try to get this out of here. Make sure I'm doing it right. Then you have a HEPA filter in the back. So I have my little mini pet peeve about stuff like that, but it's not a big deal. If somebody likes a rainbow, they can use it. Ooh, this is cool, man. Damn, Rainbow got some fancy stuff going on. I'm assuming that you have to take the screws out to get the HEPA filter going, or what? Do you? No? Do you? I would love to examine this more. I would love to dive into this thing more. But there is a HEPA filter in the back, guys. Golly, what the hell, man? Damn. And that's my only little thing with them. It's like you can see HEPA filtration. Got the paper filter back there. Some of them, the old one used to be white, and in my mind, you shouldn't need a HEPA filter for a rainbow vacuum. The old ones didn't have it. The old the real old school rainbows. Let me see something. The real old ones. I have 2 generations here, guys. I got 2 generations of rainbows here right now. Actually, 3 generations. I got 3 generations of rainbows here right now. And I'm gonna wrap it up right now, guys. So I have this one. This one didn't have the HEPA filter. Okay. This guy didn't have the HEPA. I had this little thing right here. That was it. That was in the back. All right. No filter. All right. At least they were committed to their pitch, to the sales pitch. Right. Caps all the water. This one now said, guys, man, we did some research and look, it looks like we're gonna need a filter in the back, right? But they never changed the sales pitch. The sales pitch was still trap the water. See this? HEPA filter. Little white HEPA filter right here. And if I take this off, and this thing is expensive, the filter is not cheap. So when I open this up, and it's not like it's a bad machine. I mean, the machines they're nice machines. They're good. Again, it was just this part of the sales pitch. I was like, God, guys, I don't know. You're saying this, but these 2 things can't be true at the same time. Yeah. Where's my little thing? Where's my flathead? Where's my flathead? This is when you know I'm wrapping up, right? Here, look. These 2 things can't be true at the same time. Can't tell me that, hey, you don't need a filter and all that stuff, but then I still gotta have a HEPA filter. Oh shoot, can this come out? Come on, you're supposed to be able to come out. Oh. All right, still gotta buy this. And then you have dirt in it, right? And then it's coming and it's filtering the dirt that's coming from the fan hole right here. And it gets dirty in here. And I said, okay, these 2 things can't be true. You can't say that it captures all the dirt, but then the whole crud of dirt is still blowing out the back of the vacuum. So my little pet peeves with rainbows, like, okay, dude, you can at least give me a discount then. You know, I'm not paying $3,500. If your sales pitch is falling apart right there, that's kind of where I come from. And it's probably because I used to sell Kirby's and I didn't notice when I was selling the Kirby's. I didn't know that part. So I didn't, but we were always competitors. But I didn't know it. But I found that out when I was fixing them. I was like, what the hell? Why you need a filter in the back? Anyway, guys, listen, I hope you have a great new year. But Brianne, I want you to think about this, and I'm gonna bring it up in the next show. I have a sneaky suspicion going forward. The fixers are going to be even more fixers. They're going to have to be everything is going to be kind of magnified. The vultures and the predators are going to be even more predators, and the victims are going to be even more victimized. You know what I'm saying? In other words, let's say, for example, we can't stop ourselves and we're going to keep making machines that eventually we're just going to rent everything, whatever, right? The people who are in charge of that, right? They're gonna still be in charge. They're gonna make more money. The people who are victimized of the consumers, they're gonna be even more under the thumb, right? You see what I'm saying? It's just like that. And whoever's a go-getter, they're gonna be totally far apart from the ones that are not. It's gonna widen, and it's not because of just rich and poor type of thing. It's everything is gonna be exaggerated. I feel it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it all the way yet, but I will strip it down. It just seems like we're not only are we getting more polarized in our views, right? That so many people can be on the opposite side of every single point of view, every topic, every new thing that comes up in our news cycle, whatever. The same people are on opposite sides. Very few people are like, well, yeah, I agree with you. Well, yeah, that makes sense. No, it's just like, no, right? So then that's exaggerated, right? And then the products are exaggerated. Then the understanding of money and lack of is going to be exaggerated. I think everything is going to be crazy exaggerated on both sides of any topic. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, and I don't know. So I'm running that in my head. So I know Brianna, you're sharp on it. Calvin is sharp on stuff like that. I'm pretty sure David, when he's back in action, we're gonna talk about that even more. Okay, so look forward to that. But that's how I see it. All right. Yeah, we don't even know how to disagree and agree. That's right. Now I think some of us do. I do think some of us do, Brianna. Like for example, I think you can. Right. I think yeah, me too. I think we've been at our show long enough to realize that yeah, we know how to agree and disagree, and we may not agree, and then we'll bring up a point of view to say, well, how about this point of view, right? Or have you thought about it from this way? That person knows how to agree and disagree. But the individual who's like, well, I'm gonna cut you out of my life because you don't agree with me, or you're whatever the ist is, misogynist, racist, the phobics, whatever the ist is, you're labeled that because they don't know how to agree or disagree. They only know how to agree, and you have to agree. And I think that's even more polarizing. So, but to see that even this thing that's going on in what's that place called? That whole Minnesota thing. To not even agree that, you know what, yeah, that probably shouldn't be going on. To really go out of your way to try to make an excuse for it seems like, wow, so you want to be so disagreeable that you would even find a way to make it seem like it's okay for that to happen. Nah, man, come on. You can't even agree that that's probably not a good thing. It's probably not good for those people in that area, and probably not good for all of us, especially when we're grinding it out to get 2 nickels, and trying to turn it into 10 cents kind of deal and turn it to 15 cents, and we're just grinding out. And these guys are banking in billions. It's probably not a good thing. Well, what do you think? We can't, and then if you do disagree, then make a point, like make your case, and then we can debate the case. It's okay if you think it's okay, then make the case. Why you think it's okay? That's all. This guy made a case about the files the other day that I didn't think about. He's a neighbor, son-in-law of a neighbor of mine, and he said, I would have liked to know who's in that, not because of the salacious stuff, which still is important, whatever, but I want to know who not to support. If somebody is in there that I shouldn't be giving my money to, I think I would want to know. I was like, oh, that's a way to see it. I haven't heard anyone pitched it that way before. That's clever, man. All right, positive, Anyway. I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, stay positive. All right, and enjoy the rest of your day, Brianne. Thanks for hanging in. Yeah, I'm going to try to reach out to Dave again, but I'm gonna try to reach out to him again. All right, and I'll hopefully we'll see him here soon. All right, stay cool, stay positive. All right, we'll get out of here in about 2 hours. You guys stay all right.